going on? What's going on? Charles Botensten here. Obviously, it's been some time, and got a little beard going on. That's going into my first half Ironman on Sunday. 3 Connecticut, 4,000 feet of elevation. So it's going to be, there's so many facets to triathlons between the gear, the nutrition, transitions. That's not even including the swimming, the biking, and the running. And then you have just making sure that you don't zonk, that you actually finish it, that you're competitive. There's also rules and regulations, blah, blah, blah. So during the last 5 months, while I was actually training, I'm gonna just drop a lot of bombs today, okay? So if you want some bombs today, just pay attention, okay? I learned a lot. I just brought on someone that is what's going on, Erwin, how we doing? This is the thing, you have to actually schedule. So I'm gonna talk about boredom. I'm gonna talk about getting to mastery, which I'm not there. Some F-bombs, I don't know about some F-bombs. But this is the thing, is that look at your schedule, okay? Just take inventory of your schedule, what you're doing, and don't judge yourself. Don't get mad. Don't say anything that says, oh my God, I was on social media, or I was playing video games, or I got shit-faced and I went out and was hungover on Saturday, or I'm on the dating apps for too long, or whatever the case is. You have to understand that the non-judgmental approach to self-awareness, which is, what's my schedule? Okay, so I'll just go over mine. In the beginning of the year, which was I come into work, I sort of reach out to a couple people, actually right before that I went to the gym, reached out to a couple people, and then essentially tried to get some business. Then I started doing the triathlon training, and I said, okay, well, my schedule is completely different now because I have to essentially be on for God knows how long. And then during that on phase, which is training for 2 hours or 3 hours every single day, I said, I have to be religious for the rest of my day because I know I have to wake up, be on, and then go to work. I have to wake up, be on, and go to work. So this is the thing. This is the easy part. If you are an athlete, you know what your job is. You have to be healthy. You have to always perform. You have to take pressure. You have to be able to get better. And that's just longevity. But the problem is a lot of people in business don't actually look at their lives like that. They look at their lives like, if it happens, it happens. Or if the market is not in my favor, it's the market, or my business is not getting enough leads, or my manager is not giving me enough leads. And essentially, it's easy to say that because they're pushing that out onto something else or someone else. And this is the thing, is that if we actually took our life serious, if we actually took what we did serious, if you're in sales, amazing. Even if you're in, coding, something like that, if you actually took it serious and you saw your life as, okay, my job, my sole job, if I'm in sales, or my sole job is to build out a service company, my sole job is to get leads, my sole job is to close business, get business. And if you took that seriously, you have a portion of your day that is 45 minutes on, 15 minutes off, 45 minutes on, 15 minutes off. So that's 2 hours total, but there's 15 minutes that you're actually going out and being off. And that means putting your phone away, putting your computer away, and just clearing your mind to be able to get into deep work. This is chunking, however you want to say it. This is boring, okay? This is not sexy. Okay, Tiger Woods recently won the Masters. Regardless of how you feel about him, the guy probably has made tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of putts from pretty much the same area on the green. Okay, he has swung the golf club so many times. If you're a basketball player, you are literally shooting at the same target, the same rim, the same backboard from so many different areas. Do you think that's fun? But the thing is, that doesn't make headlines. Man eats salad today. That doesn't make headlines. But what makes headlines, man loses 60 pounds. Tiger Woods buys $60 million mansion. That makes a headline. But you don't see the repetitious boredom. You don't see that it's not exciting. So there's two ways to actually understand this. Number one is that it will occur where you don't feel like doing something. that is the day that you have to do it. That is the moment you have to actually not feel your way to action. You have to just do the action. It sounds easy and it sounds okay, thanks a lot, Charles. But actually understanding that it's completely normal to feel bored. It is completely normal that every single person that you know right before you that has done what you want to do has gone through the exact same stages. The first one is you have to understand what you need to do. What's going on? How we doing? What you have to do. Then you take what you have to do and say, this is what I have to do, regardless of what I feel like, regardless if I'm tired or hungover, or the lead just told me they don't want to work with me. You know how many times that Michael Jordan, Michael Phelps, any of these people that are really successful in sales didn't want to make phone calls, didn't want to approach someone for business, didn't want to shoot a free throw, didn't want to hit a golf club, didn't want to wake up and go into the pool like Michael Phelps. You know how many times that's happened? That's normal. What's abnormal and what's different is that they did it anyway. They showed up. So for me, what I've noticed in the last 5 months, and I'm getting the most amount of business that I've ever gotten by far. And it's consistent, and we're just getting better and better where I'm actually dropping leads, unfortunately. But what I've noticed is that I'm able to now reframe the boredom. I have a lens in which I see that boredom. I put it in quotes now because it's not boring to me. I know it's necessary. What's sexy is posting, I just closed on an apartment. What's sexy is that you use your hard-earned worked dollars towards new shoes or a race or a trip or a vacation, and you post that to social media. That's sexy, that's fun, that's exciting, that's what we live for. That's the outcome, that's not the process. So the process of you saying, I need to do this every single day and start small. There will be a time completely, how do you approach your business real estate changing, buyer agents being cut by Keller Williams? I just know it's gonna happen. You know, if there is anything that's consistent, it's change. Change in a good or bad way for you. Did anyone cry foul when all the travel agents got wiped out by Orbitz and Kayak and Hotline and all these other, or Priceline, whatever the hell they're called? Did anyone cry foul at the mortgage brokers, not bankers, mortgage brokers that got wiped out, or the stock brokers? Anyone that's in the middle, doesn't matter who you are. It could be logistics and transportation. Amazon is doing their own air flight. They're doing their own delivery. Anyone that is the middle person has to understand the internet is going to wipe them out. If you're an Uber driver, if you're a taxi driver, if you're a regular driver, if you're a school bus driver, if you are owning cars, it doesn't matter. Anyone that's in the middle of taking what one person wants to do and where they're about to go, that could be buying a home, buying stock, buying online, they're not going to stores, okay? The only consistent is change. And to be the best, because there still are stockbrokers, there still are financial advisors, not financial advisors, but stockbrokers, people that buy stock on behalf of people. And the reason they're still around is because they understood they have to get better. And the only reason they get better is that every single day they have to go through that repetitious boredom. Getting rich is not fun. They don't say, Warren Buffett read new article today. Bill Gates read about transistors. Nobody talks about that. Elon Musk figured out physics. Nobody talks about that, but they talk about brand new computer. I can't believe Elon Musk just did this. It's being okay with boredom, understanding that it's part of the process, and the people that actually continuously do it are the ones that are most successful. Consistency over everything. That's it. It's not about the duration of the habit. It's not about the intensity of the habit. It's how consistent you do the habit. And then you can add in the other ones. All right. So that is the almost half year analysis of Charles Botensten. Okay. I'm getting 1% better. This is essentially what it is. I'm getting a little bit better. I plateau. I get aggravated. I figure out why I plateaued, then go up, then I plateau, go up, plateau. And that's the same thing with you guys, is that there are people that it took me 10 years to surpass these two people that I always looked up in the industry. And guess what happened? They were absorbed by social media. They were absorbed by all those shiny objects that people are saying, I'll give you leads, buy leads. Don't even make phone calls. Don't even reach out to people. We'll give you leads. What's the quality of those leads? How much you have to pay for those leads? And then understand that obviously you are now not really getting better in your skills. You're just letting someone else do what you want. Okay? When in fact, you should be the one generating the leads. There is a feeling that I have when I make phone calls every single day. I have a guy that's making calls with me every single day, and he's just as excited. So every single day, notice you probably will not feel like it. I didn't feel like waking up and going to the pool. It was cold in the pool. There was a lot of people in the pool. But I knew at the end of my pool session, I would probably feel a little bit better. I did. I then came to work. I didn't want to make phone calls. I didn't want to talk to people. But I said, you know what? At the end of this, I'm going to feel a little bit better knowing I did my one thing. So what is it for you guys? Take inventory of your schedule. Take inventory of exactly the number one thing. Your number one thing is not posting to social media. Your number one thing is, so that's actually how you get into flow. You get into flow by doing something that is just outside of your comfort zone, and it's not too easy, okay? Making sales calls is perfect for me. Getting up in front of 5,000 people to pitch my product is outside of my comfort zone. I will not get into flow there. If I'm sending emails, that's too easy for me. I'm not gonna get into flow there, okay? You could easily get into flow in tasks, but that's too easy and that's not pushing your business forward. This is the thing, and what I told the guy, and I gotta get back to work, but what I told the guy today, I said, as more people, for two reasons, become less comfortable talking on the phone, they become less comfortable with in-person meetings, that means we're gonna get better and you're gonna get better. Number two, as more things are trying to grab your attention, and as you try and eliminate and control the things that are grabbing your attention, TV, social media, drama, politics, colleagues, friends, doesn't matter. There is a poverty of attention. Wealth of information, poverty of attention. Where are you placing your attention? Yes, it's right now on this video, which is good. Be when you're saying, oh shit, I've been scrolling around Instagram. You multiply that all day, every day, times the amount of minutes or hours that you spend on all this shit. You will regret not actually saying, I don't think this is actually going into my life. This isn't helping out my life. And number two, on top of that, is looking back and saying, you know what? I didn't do what was hard. I did what was easy. And I deserve exactly where I am. Exact relationship, exact money, exact body. Because I didn't want to feel uncomfortable by going to the gym. I don't want to feel uncomfortable making sales calls. That's why I owe money, or that's why I'm in debt, or that's why I can't afford what I want, or that's why my relationship is what it is, because I'm not having the tough conversations with my partner or my spouse. Not having that tough conversation, all right? Have an amazing day. Understand that getting to mastery, getting to the top is boring. It is not sexy. You guys see me post things of a closing on an apartment, and you say, oh my God, that's awesome. The previous video you did in your apartment was definitely a bomb. Thanks.